Shalom, it's Unlimited to God. You saw the thumbnail. I'm going to be showing you the current state of gold in Venice in January 2021. It's free to subscribe to the channel, smash a like on this video, and the first person to drop the word E-Team in the comment section will have their comment pinned to the top. This video is actually a little bit different than most of my other videos. I actually did not drive to this location by myself. I actually had a fellow YouTuber drive me to this spot. And so the dope thing is, you know, with having the other YouTuber with me, I was able to get some wide angle shots that I'm super excited to show you guys later on in this video. But of course, with any good, there comes challenges. And pretty much the biggest obstacle I'm facing today is the fact that today is street sweeping day. And I need to move my car by 12 p.m. Or if I don't move the car by 12 p.m., I'm going to be facing, you know, getting some more parking citations. And if you've been watching the videos for a while, man, I've gotten 3 tickets in the last 3 months. And so, look, I'm trying to go ahead and move my car today at 12 p.m. So the thing is, it only takes me about an hour and a half to film these videos. And then I'm about 30 minutes out from my house, our 2-hour process that we have going on right here. And I really only have an hour and a half because right now it's 10:30. And let's see what happens, man. At the end of the video, I'm gonna take the camera with me as I walk to my car, and we're gonna find out together if I got a parking ticket or not. Only in Venice Beach are people offering $3,000 to find a missing dog. You know, somebody I guess is missing a dog. His name is Mello, a French bulldog. You know, those puppies are pretty expensive. They're anywhere from like 3 to 5K, even more depending on what breeder you go to. And so I'm pretty sure they'll pay that $3,000 to get that dog back, especially after they bonded with it and they made connection with it. They want that dog back for sure. So I honestly believe that they will pay $3,000 to go ahead and get their dog back, especially with the amount of money they're paying in rent in these areas. One thing I noticed about Venice that's not the same in every other area in LA is the zoning. You literally can be in one spot and you'll see, you know, like retail spots where they'll have like little hipster coffee bars and juice bars that are going to charge you $20 for a piece of toast with some avocado spread on top. And then, you know, on top of those retail spots, you're going to have some really nice modern apartments. And then right down the street from that, you know, you're going to have some apartments that look like they're one screw away from falling apart. You know what I mean? Like really dilapidated, dirty looking housing or apartment units. And then across the street from the apartment units that's dilapidated, you'll see $1 million home, you know, or multi-million-dollar home to be honest. Then you go down the street again from the $1 million home, you're going to see office buildings and spaces for businesses to operate in. And so it's not like that in most other areas in LA, but I've noticed that a lot in Venice Beach, that it's like the zoning, the land zoning is pretty interesting. As far as the pricing of this area, I saw a sign for a building, Avalon Venice on Rose. They have 1-bedrooms that go anywhere from 3,500 up to 11,000. I like to mention the prices of the neighborhoods that I'm in to give you understanding that in Los Angeles, the homeless don't just affect the poor. It also affects people who can't afford to pay $11,000 for a 1-bedroom apartment. And you know, there is people who say, well, a lot of apartments are not full. I'm gonna tell you like this: Venice Beach. A lot of people live in Venice Beach. I'm gonna say it like that. A lot of people do live in Venice Beach and they pay an exuberant amount of rent. So I have no doubt in my mind there's somebody paying that $3,500 a month for a one bedroom apartment. For those of you guys who are anxious about will I be home in time to move my car to avoid getting another set of tickets, right now it's actually, I've been filming for about 10 minutes, probably nothing but like 1 minute for you guys. But right now it's around 10:43, which doesn't leave me much time. But you know, we're positive thinkers. I've had times where I left my car there for hours and come out no ticket, and then I had times where I left it there for 10 minutes and then I go to move my car and there's tickets on there. Last time I ended up getting 2 tickets, one for not having a front plate and then one for being parked there while street sweeping was, you know, I guess in effect. In Venice Beach area, you'll notice that a lot of homeless, you know, actually choose to live within RVs and cargo vans, you know, like the Ford E250s and things like that. Kind of like stealth camping, but they're not really stealth about it. Now, most of the time, these RVs and these vans are actually filled with so much stuff that you can't even see through the windows. And a lot of times they also put wood on top of the windows as well, just to make sure that no one's looking in there, and that it also, I think they put wood on there just in case some of the windows break, because a lot of times they have broken windows, and then they'll just put like wood, like plywood, into the windows as well. The crazy thing is, most of these things seem to be non-operational. No matter when I come to this area, they're always parked in the exact same spot, which is kind of strange, because I'm worried about getting a street sweeping ticket, but I feel like people that live in those RVs and things like that don't get tickets at all, because Los Angeles and all the law enforcement agencies are known for selective enforcement. So they'll give somebody like me a ticket because they would assume that I'll go ahead and pay it, and I have more to lose to not pay it. But they won't give a ticket to somebody who's living in an RV or living in a cargo van on the street. So I'm pretty sure they don't get tickets. Even if they do get it, I'm pretty sure they don't care about registering their car. They don't care about renewing their license. So state agencies probably just don't care. They're here to collect money for the state. There are some vans and RVs with so much stuff that they actually put it on top of their cars and onto the space surrounding their vehicles, which kind of makes for a pretty big eyesore. Even for me, I'm not even living in this area. I'm not paying 11,000 for a 1 bedroom, but I don't even live in this area. But I think of it as an eyesore. Just walking by and seeing it is kind of annoying. The fact that you gotta be cautious of your step, the fact that it smells just like not like a lack of shower. There's people who haven't showered for a long time. The fact that it smells like that all over the city, it is a little bit of an eyesore. It is a little bit annoying. Tents completely line the streets surrounding Gold's Venice. It is super crazy. There's so many tents, so many bikes, most of which are stolen. Just a quick story. When I was a kid, I actually had 3 bikes stolen from my backyard in just one night. And it was one of the worst feelings for sure as a kid, man, to be super excited to go outside. You wake up, you get your cereal, you eat your cereal, boom, boom, boom. You go ahead and be like, Mom, can I go outside real quick? Yeah, go ahead. You good, son? Cool. I go in my backyard to go ahead and, slide on my bike, because that's what we do. When I was a kid, we'd get on a bike, we'd just slide around the neighborhood, up and down the street, stuff like that. Try to do wheelies and ride with no hands. Just have fun on a bike. That's what we did, most of the time. And to go outside and your bike is no longer there, not even just one of your bikes, like all 3 of your bikes are not even there. My bike, my sister's bike, and my cousin's bike was all gone. And it was like, dang, okay. And when they get to replace 3 bikes is a kind of a costly thing. And so at that point, that was the last bike I ever owned. After that situation there, I never owned a set of bikes after that again. And this kind of brings me to the point of dilemma that I have with filming these videos. People see me walking through the streets with my camera, my gimbal, and a lot of people say like, man, you're so brave to do that, or like, I would be afraid to do this. And I'm like, sure, going through these areas that I go through with this huge camera setup, it does require you to be a little more courageous, for sure. And that is, of course, all praise to the Most High. And you have to keep in mind that I've been around homeless my entire life. Therefore, as it is to say, I'm used to it. Like, as sad as it is to say, I'm used to it. And being honest, man, I'm tired of seeing them, to be honest with you. Like, I would rather live in a homeless-free environment, which is what I talk a lot about in my live streams, just about going off grid. But the problem is, YouTube loves these homeless videos. Every time I make them, they're getting thousands and thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of views. And so it's like YouTube loves to push out these homeless videos. And I honestly would love to be able to pick up the camera and show you guys me looking for land and me planting my first tree and me getting a flock of sheep. I would love to show you guys that, like my journey of just, creating a homestead. But instead, right now I'm having to go to places that I really don't care to go to in order to film videos that people love. And of course, I could just not do YouTube anymore. But the thing is, like, I've prayed so much and I've worked so long to get in this position. For 4 years, I made videos, putting in 110% effort. That's like with me being in school, making these videos, with me working multiple jobs, still making videos, like really putting in a lot of work outside of working a normal 9 to 5 to make this happen and get to this position. And for 4 years, I didn't even reach 1,000 subscribers. Then I posted one video about me leaving California, and a month later, I was at 10,000 subscribers. And then a month after that, right now, which is this month right here, I'm staring down 18,000 subscribers. So I don't want to quit. and I don't want to also just be boxed into one style of videos. And I believe in divine timing. Therefore, I know that right now is my time to grow on YouTube, and we will eventually find a happy medium of content that I'm passionate about filming and content that people love to watch. But that's enough about my problems. One concern that a lot of people raise in my comment section, which I feel is very valid, is like with tents taking up the entire sidewalk, and now in many cases, many inches of the streets are also taken up by the excess of trash that these encampments produce. Not only is it unsafe and unfair to the residents who pay the city a lot of money to live in these areas to be cut off from use of the public walkways, it's even more unfair to our brothers and our sisters who are disabled and now have no access to the public sidewalk and have to go so far on the street that they're legitimately risking their lives. If you've seen any of my videos, a lot of times I almost get hit by cars because they're just so eager to do what they want to do. In LA, drivers are extremely reckless and they're self-centered. As long as they get what they want, they're happy. Even if their actions, cause an accident, as long as they didn't get hit, as long as their car is good to keep going, they're gonna keep going. They're not worried about, if they made a maneuver that caused somebody to slam on their brakes, and that person who has to slam on their brakes get hit from behind. They could care less. As long as they got in front of those people and got to their exit or got to their destination, that's just how it is. And there are, federal laws requiring, I believe, 36 inches of space on a sidewalk. But this is Los Angeles. Who cares about laws that promote safety, better quality of life, if those rules don't take more money out of the pockets of citizens? So, and just a quick time check. It is around 11:15 right now. If y'all think I'm gonna make it to my car or make it to my house in time to move my car, I have seen this state turn from a place that as a kid, that I never would leave, to what California is today. A place that is filled with lawlessness, filled with poverty, and is ruined. So I've seen this once great state fall, and so I have no doubt in my mind that this can happen to America as a whole. And so that's why I'm not only done with the state of California, but I'm done with America as well.